New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the...
Previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. Despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. That's caught by Ware. No gain, and it's second down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Luck throwing again. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing again is Luck. He's got this to his running back, Spencer Ware. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. It's a great throw right there and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Wait, 10, wait, 20.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just a quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the 30 on second down, Luck, and the grab by Croft. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Luck now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Luck. And on the left side, he's got Witten. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they run again with Ware. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 24, Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Luck on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On the run, it's Ware. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Love. And he finds Spencer Ware complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And New York set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Wait, that, ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady caught left side. Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady going to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, it's long. His throw incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Spencer Ware, 83 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Locke over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Craig Robertson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And bulldozing his way through. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, it's Ware. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Lott. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alabama, 380.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 38, Brady. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Brady. Man open left side, it's Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Oh, always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Wait, 380. Check line 54. Line 54. It's our time. It's active reload.
On first and 10, here's Brady. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on second and 13, Brady flushed out right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Here's Luck. Going right side, he has Witten. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They begin with a run by Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Oh, damn it!
Play action. Now it's Brady. And Guy's man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. It's Davis on the counter. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 40-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Silver. Sugar. Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Break it. 54. Man, that's trash. Hey.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run. Martin. That'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. 2nd down and goal. Brady. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ryan Switzer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Ware. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That's caught by Ware. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And New York set to take the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run again on 1st down, Martin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They run it again with Martin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Brady to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Seth DeValve, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Luck. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They snap it to Luck. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Wait, that line 20. 54. Line 54. I'm going to come back to you. Let me go.
Here's Martin. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Jets, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants.